At first, no one noticed her. She walked through the crowded school hallways like a passing breeze, quiet, calm, invisible. Her name was Aiko. She kept her head down, carried her books close to her chest, and barely spoke unless spoken to. People assumed she was shy, or maybe too nerdy, but no one ever asked. Except for the bullies. It started with small things. Her books knocked out of her hands, whispers behind her back, cruel notes slipped into her locker. Aiko never reacted. She simply picked her books up, cleaned out the notes, and moved on like nothing happened. And maybe that made them angrier. Because no matter how hard they tried to get a rise out of her, she never gave them the satisfaction. But everything changed on a cold Tuesday morning. Aiko had just opened her locker when she felt a hard shove from behind. Her books tumbled to the floor. She turned slowly, her eyes meeting the grinning faces of three girls, Mia, Taylor, and Brooke, the self-proclaimed queens of the school. Oops, Mia laughed. Clumsy much? Aiko bent to pick up her books, her silence irritating them more than if she had yelled. You think you're better than us, huh? Taylor sneered. Just because you're some kind of Japanese genius or something? No, Aiko whispered softly. I don't think that. But it didn't matter. Brooke reached forward and yanked Aiko's sleeve. The thin fabric ripped clean in her hand. The hallway froze. Aiko's shoulder was bare, her eyes wide. Not with embarrassment, but something else. Something ancient. What's the matter? Mia smirked. Gonna cry? But Aiko didn't cry. She didn't even blink. She calmly stepped back and placed her books down on the floor. And that's when the energy shifted. You know, she said, her voice calm. My mother made me promise not to hurt anyone, unless they tried to hurt me first. The bullies exchanged confused glances. Okay. Freak. What are you even talking about? Before Mia could finish her sentence, Aiko moved. Fast. In one clean, fluid motion, she grabbed Mia's arm, twisted it, and in a blur of movement, Mia was suddenly upside down, landing on the hard hallway floor. With a loud thud, Taylor gasped and lunged forward, only to be swept off her feet by a quick leg sweep and pinned with a textbook-perfect judo hold. Brooke ran, but Aiko didn't chase her. She didn't need to. Within seconds, the hallway was chaos. Phones were out, teachers came running, but by then, the fight was over. Mia groaned on the floor, clutching her shoulder. Taylor whimpered under Aiko's grip. Aiko slowly stood, brushed off her torn sleeve, and picked up her books. Principal Harris arrived moments later, her jaw nearly hitting the floor as she took in the scene. Aiko? She blinked in disbelief. What happened here? She defended herself, came a voice from the back. It was Mark, a quiet boy from Aiko's math class who had seen everything. They tore her shirt and attacked her. She didn't start it. More voices joined in. Students who had seen the bullying, who had stayed silent before, now spoke up. She's been putting up with this for months. They went too far. She didn't even hit them hard, just protected herself. For the first time, Aiko wasn't invisible. In the days that followed, the school buzzed with whispers. The bullies were suspended. Aiko was called to the office, but not for punishment, for recognition. Principal Harris offered her a chance to lead a self-defense workshop, something Aiko never thought she'd have the courage to do. At first, she hesitated, but then she remembered the girl who used to cry in the bathroom after class. The boy who flinched whenever someone raised their voice. The students who, like her, suffered in silence. So she said yes. The workshop was small at first, 5 students, then 10. By the third week, there were 25. They called it Project Phoenix, a place to rise, rebuild, and regain strength. Aiko's quiet strength became her power. She didn't need to shout to be heard anymore. She didn't need to fight unless it was necessary. She taught others how to stand their ground with grace and courage. One afternoon, as she locked her locker, no longer a symbol of fear, someone tapped her shoulder. It was Mia. Her arm was in a sling. Her voice was low. I'm sorry, she muttered. For everything. Aiko nodded. I forgive you. And that was it. A quiet girl had become a quiet leader, not because she wanted revenge, but because she chose strength over silence, dignity over rage. Her judo flip wasn't just a move, it was a message. You don't have to be loud to be powerful. You don't have to hit to hurt back. You just need to know your worth, and never let anyone tear that away. Aiko never faded into the background again, and neither did those who found their strength through her, because sometimes the strongest voice in the room is the one that speaks through action.